And the Hustler Fund, one of Kenya Kwanza government's pet projects, was launched earlier this month, signifying a campaign promise kept. The fund, however, came with a 500 to 50,000 shilling cap. Even though the interest rates are among the lowest in the market, Kenyans believe more could be done to broaden the borrowing range so as to empower more businesses. NTV's Sydney Chazima interrogates.
Serikali ya Kenya itatengeneza hazina maalum inayoitwa Hustler Fund.
It was a promise that was repeatedly echoed across President William Ruto's campaign rallies.
Hustler Fund, jiinue, jiendeleze.
And on the 1st of December this year, it was actualized. The Hustler Fund was launched.
*254#.
Through a quick dial, Kenyans are able to access the fund that was capped at 50,000 shillings per borrower.
Hiyo pesa ni kidogo sana. Juu unaona sasa hiyo kama ni 500 nikipewa saa hizi hata yezi nipeleka soko ninunue unga. Mimi natumiaga unga ya giri moja.
Of all these lending platforms are lending between 100 shillings and 2,500. That tells you how important or how much 500 shillings or 1,000 shillings is.
The administration was right. They want to prioritize MSME, but not by dishing out money that puts people into bondage. This is slavery.
Even as Kenyans expressed their dissatisfaction over the low amounts, more Kenyans registered to access the fund. According to data given by the Cooperatives and Micro SMEs Cabinet Secretary Simon Chelugui, 16.59 million Kenyans have so far opted into the fund, while 2.69 million customers have already borrowed more than once. Critics say that this points at an alternative use of the funds other than investment.
The amount, the quantum is too small. Who is supposed to apply? We understand majority of those who are applying for their personal household needs, which is not, that is debt slavery being taken to a very high level.
In the space of 19 days, Kenyans have borrowed a total of 9.58 billion shillings, but only 2.64 billion shillings have been repaid so far. But CS Chelugui is positive that the deficit will be bridged.
We recorded repayments of 52.45% and 47.77% respectively, which also demonstrate an impressive positive trend by the hustlers to repay the borrowed amounts and apply for more funds.
Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua has been urging Kenyans to repay their Hustler Fund loans.
Borrow money and do business, and keep on borrowing and paying. Keep on borrowing and paying.
Borrowers are also posing their questions.
You can't give me a loan today. I get the cow. I take it for artificial insemination. Before even it has given me a calf, you're already on my neck coming to get your money, isn't it?
Unaona hiyo duration ya 2 weeks. Hiyo 500 nini unaweza enda ununue nayo ikupe faida na uweze kurudisha.
There have been questions surrounding the legality of the fund. Even though Parliament approved regulations establishing the fund board is yet to be established.
There's a case in court because you need to design legal financial interventions in line with the law.
We published through Treasury the regulations to establish this fund. We went through parliamentary approval first through the delegated legislation, and later the regulations were tabled before the full House and was approved just before we launched the product on 30th.
The privacy question has also been a thorny issue.
When you take their PIN number, what you're saying is that you may have scrapped the CRB requirements, but there is something else that's going to come.
Despite the hits and misses of the Hustler Fund, Kenyans have some proposals.
Atusaidie na hii pesa ya wamama kama group, tunapewa kiwango fulani inatusaidia kwa kazi zetu.
If we are going to get these loans, can these loans be classified? If I'm getting it for biashara, let me be given 1 year or 1 year and a half. If I'm going to get it for agribusiness, ya mambo ya farming, the daily farmers and others, can it be given a longer span so that the business.
So we really need to look at how do we democratize the credit-making process so that you enhance repayment. You also have good oversight over the investment of the proceeds so that government is not coming to profiteer of the hardship of its citizens.
Sydney Chazima, NTV.